And there we go. We are now audio live. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So then,
Hello.
we had a bit of fun last week. Our party rested, and they travelled back down into the dungeon, where Ovak spotted something shiny and decided to lift an orb, which triggered some shadows to jump out at them and mess them up a little bit.
Yes.
They took a little
Nobody
rest.
could have possibly foreseen this.
Nope. How could this happen to me?
We avoided at CPK. I'm very proud of ourselves, to be honest.
Yes.
Yep.
By this stage, one of in my other group, someone had been dead. But anyway, so they took some time to discuss what brought each of them to Barovia, revealing that Ez also came here due to a letter that she found, and is a little conflicted about the same letter arriving in the hands of these adventurers. They moved back downstairs and fought a doorway which turned out to be a horrendous mimic, and after a close call with their paladin friend Sir Elaine Lowell, they are now ready to move on.
Plus, we figured out that we have two notes. We have our note that asked us, and we found an old note, which is strangely from the same person, but in a different handwriting.
That is true. Okay.
And that's where we are.
DM
The plot like my custard thickens.
Alright then, so you
Yes.
have pulled your paladin friend off the ground, you've given him a little bit of healing. What will you do? It helps if I put you on the right map though, doesn't it?
If we can see what we're doing, it would be more appreciated, yes.
I'm sorry. There we are. Now we can see.
Well, there's two chances, two things we can do. We can go through the door that our half-orc friend is standing in front of.
Great idea, let's do it.
Is there actually a door there after we killed the mimic?
I would assume
No,
the door
it's
was-
not open.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What can we
without
see
the
inside?
mimic, you can now see this.
Or we could go from the long way round and come from here.
We'll meet you inside, you can go that way.
All right. I'm back here. I checked the
no!
Don't forget the soft earth.
Well, the soft earth you figured out last time, that was just where the ghouls were. There's nothing really there left over except an indentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when we find out there's 2 layers of ghouls, and they finished ripening while we were napping.
I was joking, folks. I was just joking. Hiding around the corner. You won't believe I was over there, eh?
What can I say? Ghouls just want to have fun.
Oh.
That is all they really want.
Okay.
Cool.
As you head into this room, where are my notes? There are my notes.
Do we just take some notes? I've got the book in my hand.
Spoilers!
No,
So that's
Dennis,
what the hell you're on
we will
about,
not.
but I've got no idea still.
Okay. As you come into this room, you notice that there is a table in the centre with 2 high-backed chairs. The furnishings here is much more comfortable than what you've seen in the rest of the basement. Above the table is a chandelier suspended from the roof. On the table there appears to be settings for a meal for 2, as well as a sealed flagon. There are iron candlesticks that stand in the corners of the room, casting a dim light from one.
Hey, there's a light source now. I wouldn't say light the other one because I don't want to have shadows come out after us.
So, who turned those on?
I think our host did. I take a good look at the table to figure out how long it has been sitting this way.
Okay, you have a little look at the table. There is a fine layer of dust on everything in this room.
Next step would be to check the candle that's lit.
I would say you would get that under the same perception. You go over
Right.
and you look at the candle and you realise it is burned down to the nub, and the light that you're getting from it appears to be from some long, lingering arcane spell that was once used to make candles last longer, but it appears to be on its last legs.
Gesundheit is. Alright.
I'm going to do this.
God, I forgot I put such creepy music in this dungeon.
As Matt Matt is already advancing into the next hallway.
Okay.
Trying to,
So what's your stop talk? Come on, kids, as we're going.
And just sit down.
You have a seat on the
Fuck it,
table.
I'm gonna walk straight
preferably.
in. I don't care, I'm a god.
We all
Remember
know
when
you're
Caleb
an
said
idiot.
that? Okay. As
Yeah,
you come
but I
into
don't turn
this
to
room,
goldfish.
and she dashed across the rocks. I listened to
that's
that
a
in
fucking
work.
bird.
I nearly lost my shit. It was hilarious. Anyway,
Lord, I'm angry.
as you head
So
into this
angry.
room, there is a large wood-framed bed with what looks to have once been a rather fine feather mattress, but it is now in long states of decay. Oh, excuse me, I have hiccups now. There are, like the previous room, there are iron candlesticks on the corners of the room. Let me get my ping tool. Yeah, and yeah, but unlike the ones in the other room, these have no candles in them, or they were burned to nothing. There is a chest at the end of the bed, and a wardrobe on the side wall.
So you're saying the chest right in front of me?
There is a chest right in front of you.
Don't. I take a
I just heard don't, so I'm gonna do it. Fuck, I'm doing it straight away. Before Segni saying don't, my hands are on it.
Your hands are on the chest.
Yeah, my hands on the chest. Fuck you.
Alright.
I whack you. I whack you in the chest with my arm.
My action goes first. I said it first.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Siegbald opens up the chest. It's unlocked, and inside you find a rather eclectic assortment of items. In one corner you find 4 potions labeled potions of healing. There
Sick.
is a chain shirt, a small set of tools wrapped in leather. When you open it up you realise that it is thieves' tools. There's another flask of an odd green liquid that seems to be constantly moving. There's a lantern set to the side. And you find a book with yellowed pages. And there's also a small set of goggles with an odd motif carved into the metal around what appears to be green gems where the lenses should be.
I'm doubtful of anything I
I'm
see.
gonna call everyone in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably check the goggles, see what they are.
Okay,
Oh,
you
it might
reach
be.
in and take them out.
Okay.
Is actually going to take a look at the potion as well.
I'm gonna just
Yeah, the
accidentally
potions.
throw.
Especially the unlabeled one.
Okay, so as you reach in and pull something out of the desk, you hear out of the chest, you hear something shuffle behind you.
Sorry.
Oh, shoot! I don't have my dice. Where are my dice? There we go.
Do you need to borrow some?
I have some on
Oh,
my.
the DM is rolling. That's not a bad sign.
You can always roll to the GM. So
Yeah, I can roll. I can just roll a dice quickly.
Okay. Where's my? There it is. Where's my cheat sheet?
Stop cheating.
No. Why is nothing ever where I need it to be?
because then it
Subplot.
would be easy.
I remember most of this.
Yeah,
Like,
I want
if you need
things
a
to be
question, I can
easy.
jump in another call with you.
Okay then. Siegbald.
Hello.
As you are standing there with your back to the wall, something suddenly grabs you about the neck and scratches horrendously. A large white clawed hand has burst from the wall and
Do I
grabbed
see
you
it?
about the neck. You do.
Do I see it? I
Sick.
do.
Okay, so just let me get this, and he got you with a claw attack, I'm just doing this for the damage. He actually rolled a 16 plus 5, so he got you with a 21.
Yeah, 21 hits.
So, now I'm just going to do this to roll the damage for it.
Fuck me.
And he gets you for 10 slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
1 second, just show my maximum to 10. Shit. Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
That's the wrong one. That's what I'm after. On the first one, actually.
You survive. You managed to survive that. So, you hear the horrible scratch across your neck, but you feel your muscles stiffen, but you're able to fight it off.
I think we're now in combat, aren't we?
Yeah. Everybody, roll initiative.
Hang on.
Click on them there. There we are.
I think I'm good with.
That roll for horn? Yeah, it did.
Okay, I had my fucking pug selected, but now I don't. Okay, well I rolled a 19.
Hang on, Jurnis is rolling twice.
Yeah,
There's no possible reason that
You might give it
DM,
something away there.
a DM would roll
Okay.
additional
Everybody ready?
times.
Yeah.
Okay then.
It's a ghost.
My apologies, I need to be manually
Oh,
added to the turn tracker.
Who's missing there? Uvik?
Yep.
19.
Turn, what'd you get? 19?
Yep.
19. Okay, and sort it descending. There we go. Okay, so then, Ulrich, you turn as you hear Siegbald screech out, but as you turn, another hand bursts from the wall beside you. Oh, Jesus!
Fuck, okay, cool, you're dead.
No, I'm not dead.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna...
So,
That's the
what?
13.
and I need you to
I
do
took
a
more damage
Constitution
now.
saving throw, please.
Nice. What a fucking monster.
You only took 10 points of slashing damage.
Only?
Matt, that's what you took.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, what do you think you got?
I did 15.
No, that was the attack roll that we negated.
Yo, give me 1
because-
sec. I want to just up my health by a ton.
Okay, Constitution
Half
save. Like
I-
Siegbald, you feel the familiar sensation of the paralyzing power of the ghoul run through your veins, but you manage to fight it off. So then, Reister,
in that case,
you have seen these horrendous things burst from the wall. It is your go.
Not cool. Not cool. I think Ez can deal with the one behind Ovek. So I'll do a little bit of short sword stabbing.
Stabby stabby.
19 should hit.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
very nice. Yes, it does. Roll your damage, please.
4, but since it's not focused on me right now,
You get your
Because
sneak attack.
it's-
That is right.
Stonk attack.
exactly.
There's so much shite on my desk. I really need to turn it off. Okay.
Which gives me a total of 8 damage to it.
Very nice. My pen has gone walkies. This is why you don't go shopping with your husband just before you're supposed to stream. You don't get everything ready in time. Okay, so then, for simplicity's sake, we will call this guy red, and this guy blue.
Cool.
So yes, Red got 8 bits, got a little bit of a choppy chop.
He has that many hit points.
That many hit points that we can't see.
Yeah. And now
And
he
then
has
I do...
this many.
I wonder if I should disengage and hop onto the bed.
Well, it's fun in any case.
Hide behind Sir Alan. No, I'm probably good where I am right now.
Oh, squishy.
Okay then.
All right.
That's your turn.
That'll be it. Yes.
Next up, we have Uvak.
Ovak.
You just got a hand out of the wall. As you turn to look out and see, you see the wall itself is crumbling away to reveal a creature. It looks like the ones you fought before, but this one is larger. This one is paler. This one has a massive tongue that lolls down its chest.
It's a smoker.
It smells.
This place is a lot of
you
resident
can
evil.
smell the nicotine off it.
Well, X to meet you.
Axe to meet you. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
It tries to intimidate you by shifting its squaring its shoulders and roll its tongue, but you're like, nope. You smash your great axe into it, and that
I'll eat
does
damage.
that amount of damage. Okay, now then.
Now,
Now here's
The
something
Red
you're gonna
Menace is
have to
here.
do. Uvak, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Again,
Yes,
I get a 12.
you pass.
Cool.
Are you going to take any other actions?
Nope.
Okay, moving on. Red Dude. He is, let's see, who's he gonna go for?
Hello.
Yeah, he has drawn blood, and he wants more of that blood. So he's going to reach forward, and he's going to try and sink his teeth into Matt, and fails
can he go for the bite?
miserably!
No.
Must have overshot it.
I did not realize you're going to be able to kill that quick. Okay, cool.
Okay,
I'll bear that in my future.
instead he bites the dust.
okay, so as the creature reaches forward and tries to bite at you, the clay brickwork at its feet hasn't quite cleared away, and it trips and falls prone, and it does 3 points of bludgeoning damage to its head as it hits the floor.
Which
it
means
got a
it
high
is now
severity.
down 11 points of damage.
Yes.
Yes, I can count. Isn't that fun?
Next up, Sir Alan.
Right, I've learned my lesson this time. I'm going to skid across the bed to here, and I'm going to try and take a single hand swing at the ghoul from round the
Okay.
corner.
Before that, I'd like you to make a dexterity check because this bed is a rotten piece of shit.
Okay, dexterity check. 1 second. Saving check.
No, just a straight up dex.
The trail dex.
So you need to see whether or not you're nimble. I would say he's double enough.
Yeah, that's it. You managed to
Okay.
make your way over.
And I'm going to take a single-handed swing.
That hits.
Not for much.
Oh,
Well,
fuck. Wow.
you hit it and give it a new haircut.
You don't get
Not
any.
that it had any hair, but still.
So,
Cut its
yeah,
ear off.
You nick it on the side of its arm, and it just kind of looks at you, and goes, "Ow!"
Ow, bitch.
Well, more along the lines of.
That's what you get for jumping out at us.
How can you make something sound sassy when all it can do is groan? Anyway. Next up, Ez. Something pinged. I can't
Okay,
see the ping.
so we have two options here. Because originally I was going to go where Sir Lane is, and but now my options are to go into this corner here and be flanked by both of them.
Or you could use. Or you
What
could
about
use your ranged weapon.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Brilliant help.
haven't I? I forgot about that.
Don't
Uh,
worry. I'm
you
taking
could
a
go
step
here.
back in a second.
Oh,
And
we
then
have a
you
new
could
follower.
go- well-
Thank you, Dreaming Autumn.
You could, if you go here, you could theoretically hit this one with disadvantage, and this one probably just straight on.
I have this beautiful mental image of Ez standing on the bed with a whip and, whipping over the head of both Siegbald and Olvac.
Well, in that case, go for what you think is right.
So long as you're.
Rule
Have
of
a
cool,
whip.
come on.
Hey, remember what happened to me
Yes.
a couple of weeks back?
Now then,
Unless this
Ez,
is tall.
if you're
Oh,
clambering over the
boy.
bed, I need you to make a dex
Yeah.
save as well.
Don't fall.
Yeah, you're good. The bed
She's a fucking
creaks,
gymnast.
but it holds your weight.
Okay.
I
So
think the
she-
turtle shouldn't get on there.
That's going to be interesting. She drops the Capesha with a bonus action. Fortunately, it's not an action. With a bonus action, she switches to the whip, and the whip ignites, dealing 2 damage to her. Going to take an attack at, and that's going to
Little boy blue.
be. Did that go through? 18.
Ooh, very nice. That does hit. And
An
that-
extra D4, I believe, of fire damage.
It does.
Nice.
So that's an extra 3 fire damage on top of that.
So that's 11 points of damage in total. Very nice.
Now,
Nice one, Esbel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was the blue one you attacked, so that's 11 points.
Yep.
So that's that many.
Good.
So much easier to keep track on a piece of paper. Okay. Are you doing any other actions?
I think that's it for the moment, yeah.
Alright then. Siegbald, this thing is lying in a heap at your feet.
I'm gonna hit the holy Kamehameha.
Holy Kamehameha. Very nice.
You don't get that. You're not a paladin.
I'm not a monk. I believe it's a correct phrase.
That's true.
I think we used that for prone.
That's an 8, so it never hits.
Yeah.
Attacking
yes.
a prone enemy has
You
advantage.
do have advantage, yes. So do you want to
Oh,
roll it
well.
with advantage?
Yeah, anything within 5 feet of you.
Still misses.
I was like, still misses, and I know this enemy, so I know it's AC.
And is it
So I am-
13?
Yeah,
It's not a good
very confident between 13 and 15. So I am very upset now. A 7 and a 3. Literally was like, yeah, I need to roll above like 8 minimum.
Alright then. Zabornik. Those
actually, can I
idiots
do
have
something
gotten
else?
to the inn. Oh, sorry, did you want to do something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask healing word of myself because I'm dying. Actually, no.
Okay.
Yeah, healing word. Fuck it.
Okay. You
On me.
close up the gouge in your neck.
10 healing. At least I'm doing something, right?
Yeah. Okay then.
Holy shit. Wow, I'm back 24.
Zabornik, they've done it again. They've got into trouble yet again. Are you going to help them this time?
Yeah, Zabornik is going to sigh and walk into the room between the bed and the dresser. And, of course, she's going to cast Chinini. And...
Ow, my culture.
Should I cast it?
You mean Chiavata?
I think it's called pronounced
You can
Shania
not
Twain.
contribute the same round, right?
It's a bonus action, so you can cast it and then attack on the same round.
can.
Yes.
It's not a reach weapon, isn't it?
It is not.
Can I still produce flame and throw that? Is that a thing?
Is that a spell you can use on your action? Then if yeah, then yes. If
It's a
bonus
cantrip.
action-
It's another cantrip.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
produce flame is an action.
technically.
It's an action, I
yeah,
believe.
you can have it as an action.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an action to do it.
Gonna produce the flame and throw it at the big red.
Which one did you go for? The blue or the red?
The big red.
The big red. All right. That would hit 19.
Little
Want to roll
90.
your damage? 4 points of fire on the red dude.
Alright.
Fire twin strike.
I just
So that's
completely
a little
blanked.
bit hot headed.
Something like it hot. I just completely blanked on trying to subtract 4 from its health. Bloody hell. Okay, next up.
Is Blue Boy.
Blue boy. Also, I forgot to do something because I'm an idiot. Siegbald, could you very quickly roll me a
Yeah,
Constitution save?
I was waiting for it. 13. That's fine.
You're good. Okay. So, this little guy, he now has 2 people in front of him. Let's see, who's he gonna go for?
He goes for Ellen.
He's gonna go for the person he has the taste of blood of. I'm so sorry. So, you're gonna reach
we'll be
forward
down to 1.
and try to sink his teeth into you, but he manages to get a hold of your armor instead. Does no damage. Rears back. It looks like it hurt its tooth.
That's what you get if you don't have a tin can opener.
Yep.
Reister, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
You can't save. And this is where we learn that I fuck up my Constitution saving throws. Yes, I fucked it up.
Wow.
I'm now
Okay,
paralyzed.
then.
Great.
You are not paralyzed. You are, however, poisoned.
Great. Well, let's deal with this fucker.
Oh, I should have switched out spells after that rest.
Okay then. So,
So
you now have disadvantage on attack rules.
considering that Red Boy is on the ground, that's
Until he stands up, which is happening before my next
still doesn't help because I'm missing.
Oh my god, 2
Yes.
that one. Oh my god.
You're really not doing any good, are you? Okay. So,
All of a sudden, everything is sluggy. Wait, guys, why is everything so weird now?
I would
I hate
also
to
like
do
you-
this.
Yes?
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, I think you're going there. I think you're going there.
Disengage and stumble back.
Well.
Because on disadvantage, he rolled a nat 1.
Oh
Yep.
no. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, that's
Yeah,
a
he's
fair
at lowest
point.
value.
I didn't actually notice that. So first off,
Why
take,
did you tell her?
Because
It's key in the game, it's just being fun.
take 2 poison damage, and then
Sorry, how many poison damage?
2.
Million.
And
Twice
then let's see. I would like you to roll your damage for the silvered short sword.
Great.
I swear to fucking god.
4. Alan, sorry.
Okay, you missed the goal, but you managed to shove it directly into your foot. I want you to take 2 piercing damage.
Oh, thank god it wasn't me.
Oh. As I
Now
said,
when everything goes wrong.
I disengage and move back.
Okay.
As soon as I figure out something's wrong here, because all of a sudden the entire room is shifting. From my perspective.
Okay then.
That's
So-
how I played the poison effect.
Let's just pop this over here. I have so many things open on my screen, it's ridiculous. Okay, and now we have Orvac. What do you do?
Well,
Well, first off,
I have a
actually-
large.
I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I was like, can't save time. Wait,
No, wait, you already saved, so you're no
Yeah, he's
longer
already
subject
saved,
to
so
be
he's
affected
got,
by this.
yeah.
You're
Yeah, I
fine.
saved earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, so out of my great list of options that I can take, I'm gonna hit it with a great axe.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Ooh,
Ooh!
15.
that's a real number. Shit.
Alright then, and dice roll. 2. Okay then, you bring your great axe down, and it lifts its arm up to try and block it. For a second it looks like it catches your strike, but the axe goes right through its arm and smacks it in the shoulder. You've taken off its left hand.
Chop chop.
Ah,
You doing anything else?
Nope.
it's going to be alright.
Alright.
Actually, I'll move up 1 square to make room for other people to get in the fight.
Alright then. Our little friend over here is going to scrabble to his feet. And let's see who he's going to go for. Is he going to chase after
I believe the
Reister?
answer's me or me, so...
He can hit me now.
Yeah, he's reaching for
Oh,
you.
fair.
He's
I'd
reaching
like
for
that a lot.
Siegbald. And he's going to claw at you.
Of course he is.
And he
That's
misses.
a miss. Thank you.
So, his claws scrape uselessly across the front of your armor. Alright then.
Yo, I'm charging that last spell slot. I'm getting ready for Kamehameha again.
Sir Alan, did you do a Constitution saving throw at the start of your last turn?
I did not.
I'd like you to
Now
do
it's
it
time.
now.
I shall.
Because you're
The
a happy-
Constitution saving.
Ooh, very close. Yes, you managed to do it. The stench of this creature invades your mouth. You gag slightly, but you're able to hold yourself together.
Right.
What do you
I'm gonna step forward to here, and we'll go for a two-handed strike.
roll it? That hits.
Missed.
Okay.
Okay.
God damn it.
Really? Is that all? What do you roll? 1d8. Okay. So you just-
No strength bonus, so he's flat dice.
oh, I see. That makes sense. And this is Blue Boy. Blue Boy's just getting all
Yep.
the packing. Alright. You slash it across the chest, and it seems reasonably pissed off at you.
Well, this is his tongue off.
Are you doing anything else?
I'm gonna step back to where I was.
Alright. Ez is your turn.
Okay, hello? Yes, sorry.
It's your
Yes?
turn.
Okay,
You're
who's looking the most damaged? Blue or red?
The blue ahead of you is missing an arm and is covered in a lot of cuts that are gushing blood. Red Boy looks slightly embarrassed with a broken nose, but he looks a lot better off.
Hey, Blue
Don't worry.
looks and she wants to continue
minute.
painting on that canvas.
What
So,
are we feeling? It's oblivion.
yeah,
ahead,
we're
flip
going to
that
do the
dice.
same. Yeah,
Smashy, smashy.
get it with another whip attack.
Nice. Very nice. So that is 6
Eh-eh.
slashing damage, and then do you want to add your d4? Okay then.
Even better.
Okay.
Look really smug at both Elaine and Novak, and that's her turn.
The creature reels back from the strike and starts to stumble in its little alcove. It is bleeding profusely from the whip strikes across it. Next up.
Yeah, if it was breathing profusely, I think we ought to leave.
Yeah, that would be.
You already know what I'm doing.
Smash it.
Finally!
Meets it, it beats it. How much damage
Please
do you
rock
do?
them real numbers. Casting level 1. Take that spot away.
Nice.
8.
Does it
That is really suboptimal. When I'm rolling 4d6, I'm getting 8.
Look, it could be better.
Pretty
It
good.
could be worse. It could be worse. You could be like me, poisoned and hurting yourself.
Okay. The ghoul seems really confused that there now appears to be a disco on its chest. Are you doing anything else?
That's a really good question. I think the answer's no. Yeah, the answer's no.
Okay then. Zabarnik.
Well, I'm going to trundle forward and look at the big ugly guy. And I think I'm feeling a deep need to hit them in the face.
Okay. Hit him in the face.
With your stick of Charizard, stuff of Charizard tonight.
You just keep renaming that. It's hilarious. 23 definitely hits.
And let's see how much it hits.
Ooh, nice. You crack this thing on the skull and it reels back. It looks dazed. There's now a large crack across its skull and it is starting to bleed profusely from the head.
Get wrecked, asshole!
Okay, it is now Blue's turn. Blue is going to lurch forward and attack Ez.
It has disadvantage.
It rolls a nat 1. It rolled 2 nat 1s! Jeebus!
Wow.
So does that mean it rolls the severity with disadvantage?
It should hit its severity with advantage because it's hitting itself much better.
Okay.
Right, because higher better, yeah.
It rolled
Either
a
way.
6 severity, so
Ah.
I'm sorry, it doesn't kill itself.
Well,
It slashes wildly at Ez. Ez manages to dodge it rather deftly and shoots a quick insult, and the poor little thing looks a little hurt and upset and slightly embarrassed. But other than that, nothing else happens.
One thing I've just remembered, and this is the player's fault. As usual, because of her dueling ability, she gets a +2 to damage when she's using a melee weapon and nothing else in her other hand. Are we counting the whip as a melee weapon, or no?
It's a reach weapon, isn't it?
I believe it is a melee reach weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, reach weapons are melee weapons.
I would
Okay,
say
so
we would include it from
technically-
now on, so yes.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fair. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay. Alright then. Reister, Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a failed one.
That is a fail, so you take 4 points of poison damage,
Great.
and off you go.
I head off to the bed because apparently I'm going to die sooner or later. Again.
And what do you do?
I take out my short bow and shoot an arrow at Red Boy.
Roll it. 18 does hit. What's your damage?
6.
6. Alright. So, Red Boy has noticed you moving and he is following you with his eyes. And he opens up his mouth to just snarl at you. But you've decided you've had enough of this shit. And as he opens his mouth, you shoot an arrow straight through the back of his head. The creature collapses on the ground and stops moving.
Good riddance. And then I collapse basically on the floor almost.
He's just gonna go voluntarily prone.
No, involuntarily due to the faintness because I'm really not doing too well. I'm down to 5. So I basically kneel now, put one leg on the bed and try to rest myself on that.
Okay.
is combat over?
Not yet.
I
you
think we still have
Blue
the-
Boy.
Not yet.
Not a single
Oh
blow.
no, Blue's still alive, yeah.
Okay.
I was looking like, where's Blue? I can't see him, he's not in the spot.
Nah,
Over.
he's moved.
The spot. He left the
Am
spot.
I flanking with Sir Elaine?
Sorry.
You are. You have a murder sandwich.
Excellent.
Voice.
Are you going to take
That
a bite of that
means
murder
this-
sandwich?
Makes this the perfect opportunity to finally, for the first time, deploy my great axe.
You miss.
Fuck it, I'm action
I've got one
surging.
time. Yeah, do it again, come on.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Oh dear.
It's been fun, guys. Thanks for having me. Maybe next campaign.
We are all rolling so bad. Well, I say that.
For yourself.
Oh, not as bad as my wizard
Glaire's
last
a
night.
creature who hasn't rolled below like 18 this entire
Okay,
campaign.
you are dead, so you're off the turn order. Sir Lane,
Right.
would you like
first
to
I'm
try
gonna
and
go
take a bite
to-
of this murder sandwich?
No, I'm going to scoot over here to where the Rice Star is. I'm going to use Lay on Hands.
Can you make a dex save for me, or a dex check, so you can clamber over the bed, please?
Check. 1 second.
Because shit, you're prone.
You trip and fall prone on the bed. You don't take any damage because it's still relatively soft and squishy, but you've now
Hello,
lost...
healer here, right next to him.
You have lost the rest of your movement.
Right. I can still get to Rice Star, can't I? So I can still
You
touch
can,
him.
yes.
Right. I'm going to use 5 points of Lay on Hands to get rid of his poison.
Mhm.
Hang on a second, One second, I need to pop it up. And then I'm going to give him 5 points of HP back, which is my full amount. So that's 10
So-
points I've spent.
So does this look like you just pratfall on the bed, but one of your hands lands on his face and
Yeah.
Yeah,
it glows with divine light?
Alright.
just like splat.
So
Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
poisoned and I'm now back
we got
to...
And I'm on to 12 hit points
And-
now.
Actually, yes, that is a fair point, as Blue would have got an attack of opportunity on that.
Yeah.
And hits.
Damn.
You take 16 points of piercing damage on your ankle. Ang.
Oh, bugger him. Let's see now, 16. -4.
Are you ready for the con save?
No, he doesn't need to do a con save on the bite.
Oh, on the bite, yeah.
Okay then. Ez.
Fucking high damage option, Jesus.
Sir,
Okay, so I see
you
that
unconscious
Red's
now,
gone
Lee?
down. Everybody's sort of like, leaping on the bed around me. Kind of into that. So,
Join in.
the paladin's unconscious,
so-
by the way.
Yeah. Alright,
You just touched me and fell unconscious.
Do I need to do a death save?
Not yet.
No.
not
Ez
next
is
turn.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
decide that this, she's sick and tired of Blue now, and she's going to try and use her whip to take its head off and spray the back wall with its beautiful, beautiful blood.
Alright.
So that's
Cool.
going to be 6 streak in it. What can I say? So that
Alright.
plus the D4 and 2 on top of that.
That makes it a total of 8.
Yes.
Okay. You pull back your whip and you slash at it. Because it is currently bent over trying to gnaw on your companion's ankle, you get just a nice clear view of the back of its neck. You bring your whip down. You slash its flesh and tear the flesh, but you don't quite break the bone. As you pretty much near decapitate this creature as it slumps onto the ground. Still holding on to the
Siegbald?
ankle.
Oh, so it's still on Sir Lane's ankle.
Yeah, it's just like got it limply in
Nice.
its paw. But it is dead. The encounter is not over.
Help.
Dvorak, Siegbald, I think Sir Elaine needs one of your helps.
Yeah.
Wait, so who's dying?
Sir
That's
Elaine
me.
was dying. He touched me and then he fell
Dying.
unconscious.
To be
Took an
fair,
attack of opportunity.
You know what?
yeah.
The druid's already there. I mean, it's not like I'm really good at healing or anything, but okay, guys. Not like I literally have a bonus for healing.
Do you want to do
Siegbald,
something fun too?
Siegbald, you're
I'm-
thinking of yourself as half a rogue.
I
Yeah,
am not
half
objecting to not doing shit.
Alright,
So
so what do
is-
you do?
Is somebody
Your
gonna heal
druid's
him?
doing shit. They're in the way. I ain't getting involved.
If you want to heal, be my guest.
So how much deliberation over who gets to heal do we have to do before death saves start being rolled?
Come
I
on,
think this point
Zbornak.
is a death save.
Zbornak.
Oh, wait. Oh. Too busy trying to save Rystar to consider it would almost be dead.
Yeah, kind of my fault there. I would have taken a shot at distance.
Is that a
Death
spell?
saving throw, Elaine.
Yeah. Do a saving
Okay.
throw.
Okay. Death saves.
That's one success.
Oh, thank God.
Zbornak?
I think I shall cast some good berries so I can portion it out better.
Well, Sir Elaine needs your full attention.
I'm just gonna see this. I'm casting Preserve Life. Here, have 10 hit points. For fuck's sake.
I thought I was doing the sensible thing of saving
Paladin's
Rystar.
going, the druid's getting berries out, and I'm just like, oh.
For the
10
spell,
hit points on a paladin. I'm out.
there's something I should point out.
I'm literally.
You know how with spell casting, the precise nature and shape of the spell can sometimes be shaped by the wielder in a subconscious way?
Sir Elaine, second death saving throw, please.
I've already killed him for 10 hit points.
Oh, did you? Okay then.
Yeah.
Got to that.
Because I could see this getting out of hand really quick.
I'm just saying, sometimes
Help him!
the spell
You
is
already got to his
based
voice.
on
I am out. I'm
the
done.
wielder's desires and needs, and
Zbornak!
it's still gonna work.
I'm just shooting guns.
I hope you like
Stop.
prunes. That's all I'm saying.
They used to make a warrior's drink.
So yeah, she's just
Ezreal
going to
slaps
pour
Lane as well.
the prunes into his mouth and kind of use her hands to make him chew.
He's conscious.
Yep.
Yes, but he's also poisoned, and she's very attentive.
not
Poison's gone.
No one's poisoned anymore.
No,
No one's poisoned.
I sorted out the poison. That's why
Okay.
I'm
You used out
dead.
the poison.
Yeah.
Ez has
I
healed
could
you for
have
2
done
hit
that, by the
points.
way.
Okay, 2 hit points.
Yep.
So that takes me up to 8.
That's actually a good point. If anybody's in the stream too, let me know if you can hear me okay, because I've noticed in the last few recordings I've been really fucking quiet.
So yeah,
I'm just gonna turn up my gain a bit.
I'll keep 3 berries and pour 7 into Sweatling.
Well,
Get 7 hit points.
I'm 3 short of full
There we are.
health if you want to.
Okay, then take 3.
Give a Discord
Alright.
for me.
Nom nom.
Okay, then I have still. Anybody need more healing?
I think everybody's happy.
Ovek needs.
How many
needs
berries do I
help.
get?
I have 7 left, all of 10.
I could potentially get some healing, but if it's not crucial, it's fine.
Ovek looks like they're also.
Well, we all look like shit. Maybe we should rest up for a little bit.
Yeah, that could be an idea.
Plus, we only have one entrance to protect. So
Exactly.
if we move
Also-
the wardrobe in front, we would be pretty safe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Are you trying to take another long rest?
I think
Well,
that we can do with a short rest.
Because I'm gonna say this would be your 3rd long rest, and I can't allow that.
Okay, short one it is.
Well, we have no more healing it then, guys. Have fun.
Well, we have potions of healing.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up next.
I think I regained 1 spell slot upon a short
I was gonna
rest,
say I've still got one. I've still got a healing spell.
Nice.
so that brings me back up to 1.
So, Nico, you said there were 4 potions labeled healing, a
Okay, let me get that list out again.
T-shirt.
Inside this chest, you find 4 potions of healing. There is a chain shirt,
How convenient.
a mess kit, a flask of an odd green writhing liquid, a bullseye lantern, a set of thieves' tools, and a book with yellowed pages. There also appears to be a set of goggles with a oil motif and green lenses.
Could I have a quick look at the goggles?
You can. What do you want to do with them?
Okay, I'm going to inspect them.
Roll me an investigation.
Ooh, nice.
Alright. You've seen these before. On your adventures. You once knew them to have been in the hands of a human who couldn't see in the dark. These are goggles of night.
I am slapping them on straight away.
Alright.
Okay, so just add it to me
Yep,
inventory.
if you want to add that to your inventory, they are called the Goggles of Night. While you're wearing these lenses, you have dark vision to a range of 60 feet.
Like a
Oh,
dwarf.
nice.
If you already have dark vision, wearing these goggles increases its range by a further 60 feet. But seeing as you do not have dark vision, you now do.
So now I can basically extinguish my lantern. Everyone can see in the dark?
No,
I
someone else
cannot.
cannot.
Okay.
As well,
Alright.
I wear glasses, you dumpty.
Alright, I'm going to grab a potion of healing and the flask.
I would check the. I would like to have someone check the green liquid.
Ez will check the liquid.
Roll investigation.
An investigation, not an arcana, because I have the feeling it's magical.
If you want to roll an Arcana, I'll let you roll an Arcana.
Yeah.
I'll try rolling an arcana check on the
This
green
has no
liquid.
clue.
Reister, you've seen this before. This is a flask of Alchemist's Fire.
Ooh.
Chug,
Oh,
chug,
this is
chug.
handy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was saying, I'm
Ez, you better not keep. I think we should take the. Ez, I don't think this is for you.
I'm already holding it, so I don't know what you're on about.
I'm just
Yes?
thinking, just remembering something from back from when we put the kids to rest. I've still got that jarred blue bottle.
You can already create fire.
Why are you approaching me menacingly with half a cake?
Yes. You can already create fire from your fingertips.
There's no such thing as too much fire.
Well, if it burns uncontrollably, it might be a tiny bit too much.
We might need it for whoever's in charge here.
Well,
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna.
What do you mean the house
Let-
next door is on fire?
2 doors down.
That's odd timing.
Only their chimney though.
Oh, okay. See, don't say it in such a dramatic
Good.
term.
That was deliberate.
And we should probably let me take a good look at the shirt.
It is a chainmail shirt.
It's a chainmail shirt.
Yeah.
Looks
Is
like
it
the one I'm
a,
wearing.
is it a regular one or is it a little bit
Yeah, it's a regular one.
special?
No, I'm pretty sure it's regular.
It could have. I always feared these things might be cursed.
Let's find out.
Given my mother is not the nicest person, and she deals in magic. She has a bit of a bad habit. Let's put it this way. This is why I'm a little bit skeptical.
Okay.
Does anyone have need of the chainmail shirts?
I don't.
But I'm only on studded leather. I mean, Ez would be able to use it if nobody else wants it.
Well, I don't need it.
High
so-
decks, it might have an issue, but other than that, yeah, I'll go for it.
I can't even wear it. I'm round.
I
Zero
prefer being
context.
quiet. I prefer being quiet. So.
According to the stats for changed shirt, it doesn't seem to come with a stealth disadvantage.
It's a medium armor.
Yeah.
I'm not a medium armor kind of guy.
If you have proficiency on it, it doesn't have any real effect.
Yeah, but I'm a light armor kind of guy.
Are you divvying up the rest of the stuff?
Well, I've already grabbed a potion. I'm going to be holding the alchemist fire. Who wants it?
I think I'll stick with the glasses.
As a turtle, I have a weird feeling about Greenos. I'm good.
Ez, fire.
Honestly, Ez is going to be like, nah, I got plenty of fire. You can play fire. It's good, yes.
Someone please take the fire.
Alright, then I take the
Hang on, wait. Yeah, I was going to say, Rystar's got the highest accuracy, hasn't he?
What do you mean in accuracy?
For dexterity.
Dexterity, sorry.
My dex is 14.
Right, because I was just thinking,
It's 15.
whatever's down here, we might need to hook that flask in its face.
I mean, we have two people who can cast flames from their fingertips.
I know, I'm just thinking ahead. Actually, I'm just thinking ahead here, just...
So, yes, I understand what you mean, and it might even be useful just to block off part of a room.
Exactly.
So, yeah, if you want me to, I'll hold on to it.
Yeah.
Okay then. So,
That was... What was it again? Fire.
Alchemist's Fire. So, if you are taking things, make
Alright.
sure to mark them in your inventory. Matt has taken 2 healing potions. Who has taken the others?
I'll take one.
I'll take the Alchemist Fire, because there's no healing potion left.
Okay. Well, there was 3 of them.
May I
There are 4 of them, sorry.
chainmail shirt?
I was like, there is actually 4.
Who wants the shirt?
Literally just let her in fire.
I
thought I
would
heard.
like the shirt, if possible.
Are you certain it doesn't clash with your style of fashion?
Well, she's covered in rags and everything anyway. I mean, put a few furs on top of it, you won't notice the difference.
Well, I've got to be honest, this isn't
Right.
the first time I've woken up in a dungeon with a redhead carrying a whip standing over me.
honestly.
Well,
Kind of same. Weird.
Ez just sort of looks at you a bit confused and be like, okay.
All right then. Yes,
right.
it is a
So,
fucking Molotov cocktail creature. Okay then.
Wait.
So,
We're taking a short rest, correct?
does anybody want the mess kit, lantern, thieves' tools, or the book?
I'll take a look at. Who wants to take a look into the book?
I'll look at
I
the
will
book.
read it.
I'll
Okay.
look at the book. Okay, what do we need to...
Kind of curious about the thieves' tools if no one wants them as well.
I'll take a look at the thief's tools. I should know what they are.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
Vac,
fair enough. I assumed you had some, but okay.
Okay, I'm
Do
gonna-
you
I
I'm
already
have-
have them. But...
any proficiency in Arcana?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Wait. Who was it that left the book? Sorry, was
it?
it Sephi Senpai or Eat the Path? Oh, excuse me.
I was looking.
Sephi.
I wanted to look at the book.
Oh, it's Sephi. Okay then. Do you have any proficiency in Arcana?
Let's see. Don't think I have anything in Arcana. No.
Alright. Well, you are a paladin, so you've worked with clerics and such, so you recognize that these are arcane writings. You don't quite understand them yet, though.
Maybe Ez can help.
Okay, Ez, do you happen to recognise any of these symbols here?
She's gonna look over and she's gonna take a look at it. What am I rolling?
Roll an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Alright. You rifle through this and you recognize that these are spells. This appears to have been a wizard's spellbook. You find a number of spells listed within, such as the Disguise Self, Identify, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Protection from Good and Evil, Dark Vision, Hold Person, and Invisibility, as well as Magic
And of
Weapon.
course, Soul Maiden in half.
Wait. Don't tell me it's my mother's old book. She.
Or
she's a-
as if. Do you?
You were saying?
She is a bit of a wizard, or more of
Is
a
she now?
warlock. Yes.
Ovak would like
So,
to look at that.
Right, Strahd, does that make you a son of a witch?
That
Yes.
It's going to be flipping
that
through
explains
the
a
book
thing
and
or
everything.
two.
Ez is going to be
What do you
holding
mean?
the book, looking really fascinated, but kind of disappointed, and she's going to say, "There's some good power in here. Over to you. I can't use it." Yeah, actually, Ovak, you said you were interested in that.
Yes.
Hand it to Ovak.
Okay.
See what you can do.
I don't know as I can make use of this presently, but it's something I'd like to study. If that's
well.
alright with you.
Alright.
I wanted to take a good look at, investigate the thieves' tools, whether or not they're some special, even more special than those that I already have on me. Or
With
if
your
they're-
experience of your own thieves' tools, you look over these and you realize that they're a little older than your set, but they're just regular tools.
Well, looks like we got an antique here.
Every thief thinks their tool's special, but yeah.
Yes, yeah, but
So does
these
every
are-
bard.
Oh,
These are
I feel personally attacked.
I take out one of my picks and I take one of the picks from the old one out and I show, look, mine's much more refined. And
Nobody
this
wants to
proves
see your pick.
relatively- I'm talking about lock picks, you moron.
Just don't send me a picture of that pick.
If you get me really pissed off, I shove one of those up your nose and I unlock it.
That's kinky.
I'd like to see you try.
I've seen your strength modifier. I'm not that worried.
Well, I could still use my sleight of hand.
One of these days I'll get a crit.
Do you guys need a room, or can we move on here?
I'm waiting to move on for the last fight.
I take the other set of thieves' tools with me.
Okay.
Whom are you hitting?
That's recovering health for the hit dice.
Okay.
While you are having this discussion, you're having your short rest, by the way.
Right.
Alright, I need to hit dice.
Alright.
Right.
And is anybody taking the mess kit or the lantern?
Where's my hit dice?
If no one else takes it, I take the mess kit and the lantern.
Actually, I could use a lantern. Like I said, I can have.
All right,
That's
you
fine.
get the mess kit and the lantern then.
14.
Yay!
You can use the mess kit to store your hot candy in,
I approve of this.
or as could take it. You two duke it out.
A mess kit is a tin box that contains a cup and simple cutlery. The box clamps together, and one side can be used as a cooking pan, and the other as a plate or shallow bowl.
I don't need that. I have stuff.
All right, then hand it over
She'll
to
take
Ez.
that. Thank you.
All right then.
I peek
So-
into your shell and I see that you have a fully furnished kitchen in there.
They call me Sheldon, is what they call me.
Okay.
I have this bizarre vision in my head of Ez just copying Ariel and just using a fork as a comb. just
Yeah,
to have-
basically.
It's a whole new world.
That is. It really is, yeah. She's an insane Ariel. Yeah, this is canon.
Oh dear. All right. So then,
By the way, I'm taking a peek into the wardrobe.
you see nothing inside it except some rotting clothes. However, you manage to, as you rifle through the pocket, you find a handkerchief with a monogram on it.
me guess.
GD.
GD.
GG.
God damn.
No.
Oh, hey, I wonder who that was.
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes. The old master of the house.
Hmm.
George.
Or current
George.
Master of the House, Gustav.
Yes.
That's gassy.
Well, should we take it?
I would say so, yeah, it could be useful.
Alright. Then I add the hanky to my...
Okay, you add that to your inventory. You have a a stale silk handkerchief with the monogram GD on it. I'll let you imagine what colors it is. Alright
I'd say
then.
brownish gold.
So, Uvak, you're wandering out of the room. Are you leading the party onward?
Once we're done resting, I will happily leave
I would
the
say
party
while
onward.
you argued over the chest contents, that would have counted as your long rest. Or your short rest, sorry.
Short rest.
Well, in that
Rest
case,
forever.
Okay. You scurry on forward, and as you suspected, this corridor does link in to what you saw before.
Want me to
Awesome.
take a peek?
I
Just in
think we've
case we have any soft ground.
already been here. You can take the lead from.
Well, we haven't
Here,
been
down.
there, but it's okay.
Reister
Oh,
runs through a wall.
I'm just simplifying it.
We
Alright,
haven't been here, but the ghoul
take-
earlier was.
I take a step down and peek around the corner.
Okay, as you peer around the corner, you're shocked to find another corner.
3 chairs.
Okay, let me just investigate the ground.
Looks like dirt. There
well,
are footprints.
Footprints. Alright. Peek around the corner, I see a staircase.
There is a staircase leading downward. As you stand here, you can hear the chanting, which has been ever present in this thing. You can hear now definitely that its source is somewhere down these stairs.
Alright.
Folks, there's another story to this.
Next level, we beat a cult. Let's go.
Alright. Who wants to go first?
Sure.
Let the canary go first.
Alright.
Okay.
Siegbald, you first.
Because say, should we get rid of a turn order?
Wrong one.
Yeah,
And
we
actually, yeah, we should.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Yes.
General can go.
Okay. So then,
New map?
just give me a second to get you all transferred down to the new
Map.
map. Okay. Anytime now, thank you. Okay.
Claw 2, Barada.
Okay. And I would just pull you guys over.
Guna, McCoydes, Decorum, say to stay.
Okay. If you want to move up and to the left, you'll see yourselves in order of stairs.
Want me to take
don't
a
see
step
anything.
4?
Oh, there we are. Cool.
As Alan and Zobernak, you're still technically upstairs. I will move you down into frame as more room becomes available.
I peek around the corner,
Alright, you peek around the corner.
and you see to your surprise, what?
Death.
You see a large room.
Is that floor different, or are my eyes betraying me?
It's just patted down dirt.
I take a good look at everything that lies before me.
Okay.
Still trying to figure out if any traps might be there. So
The ground looks undisturbed. You think for a second you spot something on one of the steps, but you realise that it's actually just a shadow. There doesn't appear to be any traps.
oh, I hear that and I know. Okay, where did I spot the shadow? On the upper or the lower stairs?
Just on this this mid stair.
Alright, I go ahead and I throw a tiny little pebble that I pick off the ground onto the middle stair.
Okay. As it bounces down the stair, it just goes into the weird shadow. But
It
it's
doesn't
just
come
a
out.
shadow. Well, it rolls out of it. It's
Alright.
just a shadow.
Alright, I look to the ceiling. Because something's casting that shadow.
Using the same investigation? No. If you
There's
get
nothing.
as you get closer and lean down, you realise that this step isn't uniform like the others, which is why it looks so out of place. But it looks perfectly fine. It's safe.
I jump over that step.
Alright,
I get
you
down.
definitely avoid that step. As you come
Because
into the entrance of the room, you can now get a better look at what's around you. You see this large room, and around the outside you see many alcoves, each with their own little plinth, and there's items on top of each one.
Alright.
You can hear now the voices clearly coming from somewhere over here. He is ancient, he is the land. He is ancient, he is the land. He is ancient, he is the land. Over and over and over again. Never changing in tone, never seeming to stop for breath. Why are you making a wisdom save?
Reasons. Reasons. My
You're
own
suddenly
reasons.
seized by the compulsion to turn around and shank Uvak. No, you're right.
No, I'm alright. I would basically just
I think my chat is broken.
do
Again. Okay, go on.
do things if something were to come. Okay. I still don't trust that step. I poke it with a short sword.
Your short sword scrapes across the stone and makes a gouge in the dust. Nothing
Alright.
happens.
Alright.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. No, you're right.
I step off the
I'm coming
stairs
back as a warforged.
and I point to over. Careful with that step.
Okay, if you're actually going to say that before I go,
Yes.
I'm going to do something here.
I don't trust it. It might be just a little bit slippery.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at him and listen to that and sort of scratch my chin and then get out my glaive and just bang on the step with the end of it from a
It
distance.
thuds in solid stone.
Okay, I'll walk across it then.
As you step down and put your foot on the shadowed step, nothing happens.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making me seem paranoid.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Not in this situation.
I'm not criticizing. I just
I just feel a little bit silly now.
that happens.
Okay, Ovek,
To be fair,
as you enter in this room, you have a look around and you see these plinths now as well. Each alcove seems to be carved into the wall, with each plinth maybe about standing 3 foot high, and each has its own unique item on top.
Okay. I will probably wander around the room and take note of what all the items are.
Alright then.
Well, I would do that as soon as everyone's down here, just so no one can surprise us from down here.
You might. I'm not.
Okay then, as Ovek is taking a circle around the room, we're going from top left and going clockwise. You see a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws. It appears to have been looped through a rope. A knife carved from an oddly familiar looking type of bone. A dagger with a rat's skull set into the pommel. An 8-inch diameter vanished orb. It doesn't quite seem to be made of stone. An incense, a holy water spreading hammer. I can't actually pronounce what it's called. An aspergillium. There it is. Carved from bone.
Exit.
It's asparagus.
Yeah, aspergillium. It's used in holy water fonts to sprinkle the water. We actually had a debate about this the last time I played this because none of us knew what it was. We had to look it up.
It's also very good with asparagus.
A cloak.
So is it-
A folded cloak that appears to have been stitched together from the skin of the creatures that you fought upstairs. A desiccated frog, which appears to have been lashed to a stick with a handle carved onto the end.
Ooh, a crunchy frog.
A bag full of some odd smelling things. A severed finger that is curled in almost an accusatory point. A 6-inch tall wooden figurine of a mummy that has its arms crossed over its chest and an odd, spiteful expression on its face. An iron pendant adorned with a devil's face. A shrunken and shriveled head of what appears to have been either a halfling or a child. You can't say for sure. And a small wooden coffer. It's closed.
Just gonna say, the aspergillium, will that be any use as a weapon?
No, it is literally about
Yeah, really small.
5 inches long.
Oh, there's not much point taking it then.
It might help to fight against very small rodents.
I don't much care for any of these things and think we should probably just leave them all alone.
Yeah.
These items do not, even without. Hang on. Doing an Arcana check on the room. Should I have a bad feeling about this?
You feel the absolute heebie-jeebies. As the chanting continues, he is ancient, he is the land. He is ancient, he is the land.
Okay,
You look around and you realize that a lot of these items would probably have been used in some sort of worship. But you
Yes,
haven't a clue on how they would be used.
I'm gonna say, could I consult my religious knowledge?
You can,
Okay, roll religion.
yeah? Alright. As you look around the room, you notice the aspergillium, and you see carved on the bone was what used to be a symbol of the Morning Lord, which was a god of the light and the day in small counties. However, his symbol has been desecrated and changed into something a little bit more sinister that you can't identify.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay.
The devil's head thing. I would like to take a look at it. Do a religion check.
Yeah.
As well.
Okay. You recognize you recognize that it is made to have an infernal image, but you can't quite place it. Ez, however, looks over, and she recognizes the visage of a pit fiend.
Sick.
Interesting. Does Ez know if this can be of any kind of use in terms of spellcasting or the summoning of demonic?
As you have a look at it, you think it quite possibly could be, but you would need to take a closer look and turn it over to see if it has the relevant markings on the rear of the amulet.
Okay, Ez is going to do that.
You pick it up.
Pick it up.
Could you make me a
I ready
wisdom
my
saving throw,
weapons.
please?
A wisdom saving throw. Ha!
Nat 20! Alright.
Nice.
You pick up the item, and you run your thumb over the face of the pit fiend, and you think to yourself, stupid devil. You flip it over, and you realize that what you expected, the arcane and infernal writing that would have been used as a ritualistic symbol, is not there. This is made of cold, plain iron.
Ooh.
It's a dud.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Looks cool, though.
Well, she's gonna pocket. Yeah, she's gonna. Yeah, actually, she's gonna probably stick it round her neck. Is it? Because it is a pendant. Yeah.
It is a pendant on a treated cord, so it's a leather cord.
I'll
Okay.
take a
Yeah.
look
She'll put that on then.
Okay.
I want to take a closer look at the cloak, not yet touching it, though. Kind of like it. Should I do an investigation, or would you want me to do an arcana?
What do you want to look at it for?
Whether or not it has been granted any special qualities that are not natural. So it would be arcana, okay.
Alright, you have a look over the cloak, getting as close as you dare, as it absolutely stinks of rot and decay. As you look around, you don't see anything that would indicate it had been given any sort of enchantments.
Alright. Okay, he doesn't take it. Good.
I think Ovak looks at Ez and asks, "Did your sense of taste develop here, or have you always been like this?"
She kind of looks like, gives you like a bit of a 1,000-yard stare as she's trying to think. It's a complicated question.
Okay.
Yes.
Does things to you? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, maybe
Just
that's
it looks
questions
good
for
though.
later.
Zabornik would like to take a look at the bag of smellies. That seems like something that drew
Oh god.
Okay. The neck of the bag is open wide enough that you can kind of peer in without touching it. And there appears to be an organic substance inside. I'd like you to make a nature check.
Nature.
That is some kind of poop.
That's what I thought.
You guys better don't touch this one. It's somebody had the prunes.
You want me to take a look at this, seeing that I grew up on a farm?
Be my guest.
Alright. So I take a look at the bag of poop.
Nature check. You peer in and you get a right sniff of it, and you remember this from back when you had a bat infestation in your barn once. This is bat guano.
Well, good thing is it's really good for fertilization. Bad thing is
I can't believe it's been so long.
it's
looking at
bats. We're apparently running into some kind of Batman.
I'm gonna say, would I notice Ez going over to look at the dagger?
That's fine or good.
Yeah.
Ez, are you trying to hide the fact you're wandering over there, or are you just sauntering?
Oh no, she's just she's just almost whistling to herself.
I would say you would notice her head over.
Okay, I'd like to come and have a look at the dagger.
Okay,
Investigation?
sure. Unless Ez wants to get there first.
Oh no, Ez is, like I say, Ez has no problems with Elaine. She'll actually move to the side and they'll both look at it together.
Okay.
I've got an 8.
You see a plain iron dagger. The pommel itself looks like it once was metal, but has been removed and reforged so that the rat skull is set in. It doesn't... It looks like it had been done by expert hands because the skull is set in such a way that it doesn't compromise the handling of the dagger.
Looks like someone spent lots of time at that thing, eh?
He's going to turn to Elaine and say, is this useful to you, daggers? And she's going to do, while she's looking at him, she's going to do like a little flip with her fingers with a dagger.
I don't think,
I can roll that if you like, but...
so she's picked up has she picked up the dagger?
Did you pick up the rat dagger?
Up the rat dagger, yeah.
Okay.
It could be useful to me. It could give me an extra weapon I could use. Was I able to use it as a throwing weapon?
You can.
Yeah, I'll take the rat dagger.
Yeah, she will hand it over.
Well-
Do I need to roll a wisdom of anything?
You
Same.
do not. However, Sir Alan, I need you to.
Okay, wisdom. Saving wisdom. Oh,
Yeah, a wisdom saving throw.
oh damn.
Alright. As you reach out to take the dagger, your finger kind of slips into the groove of one of the where one of the rat's eyes used to be, and you find yourself feeling a little...
Squishy.
But you grip the dagger, and you slide it into your belt, and think nothing more of it.
I'm just gonna add that to my list.
Question. Can Zabarnik tell
There's
at a
no
glance
note in
what number
It's
action
so
figure is
cute.
made of?
One at a time there, sorry, what was that, Sir Alan?
I was gonna say, how do I add it? What should I add it to for me attack rolls?
Add it as a standard dagger.
Okay, standard dagger.
If you drag it in from the compendium as a standard dagger, then you can rename it to be the rat dagger if you
Fair
want.
enough. Yeah.
And
Yes,
now,
we
what
want
were you
that.
saying there, was Zaburnik?
Yeah, just wondering if Zabarnik can tell at a glance what a Mamra action figure is made of.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. You cut out a little bit.
I just wanted to know if Zabarnik can tell at a glance what the Mamra action figure is made of.
It is made of wood.
Alright. Wood is interesting. Wood kind of
So-
wood can hold magic for druids. I think Zabarnik would like to investigate a little bit closer.
Okay. Roll an investigation.
Okay, have that popped up.
You look over and you realize that it has been carved very well, but it is just a simple piece of oak wood that is carved in the likeness of this mummy with an oddly stern expression.
Nope, not touching it.
I look at the figurine, and I want to figure out, because that thing either has a religious or a magical property to it.
Do you want to check religion or magic?
Magic first.
Sir Alan had a stroke.
Yeah. Damn it.
All right.
I'm not having much luck with adding stuff.
You don't see any evidence that that there would have been any sort of enchantment placed on this. There doesn't seem to be any arcane runes or anything like that on it.
Alright, but so I can't tell whether or not it might be cursed.
Nope.
Not without touching it and maybe looking on the back. Which I really don't want to. Because this place freaks me out. Maybe he has a religious background. Nope. I'm not getting any, and instead I'm thinking he might actually be the son of Ra. I don't know who Ra is
You
today.
have no fucking clue what this is.
Well,
Siegbald, you appear to have been lost on the stairs there. Do you want to take any actions in this room?
I'm just enjoying watching everyone touch with evil things
I haven't touched
again
the evil
and
thing
again and
yet.
again. And later on, they're gonna wonder why all the bad stuff happens to them. So
I didn't touch
I haven't
anything.
touched anything evil yet.
yet is a very bad word.
I don't know.
That is a bannable offence.
Hence why I'm doing the wisdom save rolls. If he's too scared to touch things, he's not going to be an idiot.
I think the correct term is intelligent, not scared. Anyway, are we moving?
Sure, you
I'm
guys want
certainly
to go?
peeking out
I am.
the exit.
I'll say,
Happy
while
to
you've been
go.
wandering around the room as well, you've been able to basically glance down these two corridors. This one, on the left there, curves around to the left, and you can't quite see what's down there. This one, however, the chanting is getting louder. There's a ramp that descends sharply downward into a layer of water. The water is about a foot high, and at the end of the pathway is a heavy iron portcullis.
Maybe we can find something to open that portcullis
Uh,
in the other room.
I'm going to wade down into the water, assuming it doesn't suddenly become a lot deeper.
No, it's about a foot deep.
I'm casting
and-
guidance.
Are you
And
sure
try
you
my
want-
hand at just lifting the portcullis. See how heavy it actually is.
Roll me
I'm
a
casting guidance, that's
strength
+1.
check.
I want for the non-chanting
24
room
extra.
as well.
Go with athletics.
Show me, you know.
Not a straight-up strength.
No, maybe athletics, because you need to anchor yourself in the slippy water as well.
Okay, let me just.
Either way, you got
turn.
guidance, so have that 1d4.
Weirdly, it doesn't have the.
Okay,
Oh, there it is.
I'm just stepping back. You might consider it wise, but I'm just considering it a bit.
19.
Okay, you get your hands on this portcullis, you crouch down, and you... The gate groans. You hear a chain start to creak and squeal, but the gate does not move.
While I see this, can I jump on it and see if I can help out?
Can somebody come down here and give me some help to give
can
me
try.
advantage?
I cast a spell on you. What else can I do?
No, you. That's fine. That's helpful.
I ain't gonna
it's
help.
replaced with me. I'll cast a spell. You help.
Now then,
It's how strong are you?
actually, Ovak, roll me a quick perception check.
Sure. The guidance probably doesn't apply anymore because I think it's one.
I've got my hand. I'm just gonna keep casting it like every time.
Alright.
Okay.
Just fucking lift.
As you lifted, you heard chains rattle and you heard the squeal and creak of wood. You peek your head through the portcullis and you can see over here, there appears to be a wooden wheel.
Maybe we should take the other way, the non-chanting way, for now.
Yeah, that might be an idea.
There might be
Fine,
another
fine.
way to actuate
He
the
is ancient,
portcullis.
he is the land. He is ancient, he is the land. He is ancient, he is the land. Just constantly, again and again and again.
You've got to record yourself saying it so you can.
Actually,
add
that's
to
kind of
music.
catchy.
Oh, damn it, Strahd, he's gonna trace us!
Alright, I'm going to check what's in front of me, trying to find out whether or not it might be trapped. Okay, that's a 17.
You see nothing out of the ordinary. There are a number of back and forth footprints going along this corridor with what appears to be the odd drag mark.
Alright, I stumble into the corner here,
Okay.
peeking around here.
another
Okay,
corridor.
again, checking whether or not there are any traps.
You see nothing.
Alright. I stumble ahead. Probably not into the wall, but in front of the wall.
Okay.
And I should be able to see around the corner. And of course the chanting is getting louder a little bit.
Not
as much.
quite here. It's not as loud as it was ahead of you when you were near the portcullis.
I try to peek around the corners here.
Okay. As you peek around, you look left, you look right, and you see small cubbies with manacles chained to the wall.
Oh, great. The whole of those who are going to not to be dead. Okay. Again, peeking left and right.
Okay. As you peek left and right, you see more.
I got a really bad feeling about this. Again, peeking left and right.
You know, I was joking about the dungeon earlier.
Peeking left and right.
Come to the torture garden. We've got
Let
fun
me
and
get more
games.
manacles.
Welcome to the dungeon. We've got whips and chains.
Alright, I'm peeking around here.
I got the
Probably
German from
manacles, probably more hallway down here.
Okay. Just let me see something. So you're checking the right first, yeah?
Yes, because there's not much that could go there.
Alright then.
Except more manacles.
As you look into this room, you see more manacles. However, something seems a little bit odd here.
Where?
Right ahead of you.
Alright. Doing a perception check and failing it, probably.
Your passive perception would have picked it up as you looked around, but
Alright.
the bricks in this wall, they seem to jut out at an odd uniform angle.
Looks like it might be a door. Would that need, to confirm whether or not it might be a door, do I need to do a perception or a sleight of hand?
I would like you to
What do
roll
you
me
want?
an investigation check.
Alright, let me investigate. Yes.
Alright. You run your hand along the wall, and as you expect your fingers to knock off a brick, you realise it goes under the brick. This one is fake. You turn your hand and you grip under it and you pull. You hear an odd creak as the wall starts to pull towards you. You can now hear the chanting as loud as before. He is ancient, he is the land. He is ancient, he is the land. He is ancient,
I
he is the
turn
land.
to Sir Ellen and say, looks like we found the back entrance.
Why?
Are we talking about the dungeon again?
No, I mean, to the chanting room, the chapel.
I know, I was trying to diffuse the tension.
I'm already tense.
And we're off a movie.
I'm gonna step forward and try and peer through where the brick was. I'm assuming it's a
Okay.
hole. What do I roll?
You lean around the door, and from the angle you can see this. Let me just get this going. You can see about this far in. Why is it not working? There it is.
Because you don't have the make everything visible tool.
I'm working on it. Bear with me. There. You can see that.
Would I have any idea what those steps could possibly be?
Leading to an altar, probably.
Yep.
Not from this angle. You would have to open the door fully to have a better look.
Right.
I don't
He
want
is ancient.
to
He is
ruin
the
our
land. He is ancient.
surprise.
He is the land. He
Oh,
is
but-
ancient. He is the land.
Ovek is moving through walls.
Apparently.
I mean,
They learned that from me.
hopefully everybody would let me through. I mean, if you want to blockade me out of here, then fine.
You
I
really,
think
want to play. You really want. All right, let the canary go through.
Okay, I'll shuffle to where Ozark is, so she can get past.
Okay.
I mean, I'm here, fine with being here.
So, you shuffle back and forth. Ovak, you open the door.
Carefully.
Do I?
Do you?
Do you?
I mean,
The
I'm
canary
okay with-
wants to go through. The canary
You
can.
volunteered.
I thought Restar was volunteering as the canary.
Do I look like I'm stupid?
Okay, fine. I'll open the door then.
Do you want an honest
really
answer to that question?
Yeah, that's
Say
like-
that.
Hey,
Hey,
you
hang
open
on.
the door.
Yes, I want an honest opinion to that.
You open the door.
No, you don't
see
look it.
a
Just sometimes you
large
sound it.
room. And bear with me.
Oh, we found a pool.
One there.
Just let me correct the camera for our beautiful audience. There we are. Okay. As you
Oh,
look
sick.
in this room, you see it is ringed by a platform that you can step onto. But just beyond this platform, there is a 5-foot drop into water. And in the center, you see an altar. The first step is 5 foot out of the water, the same level you're currently on. But each step after that is usual steps up until an altar on the surface, on the very top. Above it, you see several sets of chains just hanging above it. You can't get a good look from here as the dim light, even with your dark vision, seems to hide things from you.
So how deep's the water?
5 feet.
Well, I ain't going near that. Yeah, that's my natural weakness.
Is there anything in here?
As I say, the
Like
drop off the ledge. The drop off the ledge is 5 feet, but the water is shallow. It looks about as deep as whenever it was when you were trying to lift the portcullis, probably about 1.5 feet deep.
I'm going to step ahead, step in slightly into the room, and take a peek carefully around. Trying to see if there's anything out of place.
Okay.
Like if anyone is, for example, disguised and still visible through shimmering or something, or would that be an Arcana check?
Yeah, that would be a perception check, but anyway. You glance
Right.
around the room, and you don't see anything out of the ordinary, except for on the western wall there appears to have been a hole. It looks like it wore away and crumbled into what was probably a natural cavern behind it, but piled into that small alcove is just an absolute pile of rubbish and refuge. From where you are, you can see there's old bones, old scraps of clothes, old bits of plant material. It's just thrown, scattered around there. From the altar, you can see that it is intricately carved. The water is murky. You can't quite see the ground beneath it, but you see there's a uniform depth around the room.
If it's murky, how could I tell it doesn't have any odd deep spots?
But there's no visible creatures, right?
No visible creatures.
Okay.
No. Visible creatures. Given that we found a spell book, even though I don't know exactly what kind of magic is in there, they might know
Are you
invisibility.
implying even though there are no visible creatures, there may be invisible creatures?
There might
Restar,
be invisible creatures.
Could you move out of the way?
Sorry about that.
Okay. Now the rules on jumping are that I can make a long jump equal to my strength score in feet if I have a 10-foot running start.
You can.
And my strength score is 15, which I think just will let me just get straight to this platform if I...
As long as you're not getting
can.
stuck on that pillar.
So-
Would I be able to take a look at the altar from? Well, if I move to where the door is, would I be able to try and identify any symbols on the altar from where I am?
The center of the room is too dim.
Oh, hang on, look, I've got the. Oh,
All right,
Even if
Orvac, you make that jump quite nicely there. Okay then. So, Orvac runs, jumps, skids slightly, but manages to correct herself. Stands there, looking quite content with herself. The chanting stops. The room is silent. This is the first time since you've entered the basement that there has been silence, and it is unnerving. You can hear your own heartbeats in your ears.
I fucking knew it.
Figures come into view. Each of the newcomers is wearing dark
25
black
feet
robes with hoods pulled low over their faces. Every single one of them is holding a torch, but the torch's fire is black. It seems to draw the light into it. Even those who have a gift of night vision make it hard to see near them. The chant starts up again, but it is different. This time, they start to say, "One must die, one must die, one must die, one must die, one must die."
Good thing they're not saying 6, huh?
Just where
Mordak, don't give him ideas.
I think she's going to go straight ahead and she's going to take a swing. Are they facing at?
They are all looking towards the altar.
Okay, well, Ez is going to try and take the head off this guy right here then with her flaming gun.
Alright.
Roll an attack.
Ladies and gentlemen, we fucked
We are in combat.
Alright,
We're
We are.
fucked up.
you swing at the person in front of you. You slash with your scimitar. The fire arcs out, casting a bright light, and your sword clangs harshly against the pillar. It passed right through. This is an
They're
apparition.
Here. And
Interesting.
yet not here.
Is there any way I can Ez can figure out whether these apparitions can cause any kind of problem to us? If they can, we can't do anything to them, but can they do something to us?
Roll me an intelligence
idea.
check.
A what check? Sorry.
An intelligence check.
Yes, because that is really intelligent. My gosh. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there we go.
Not an intelligence
You have
save.
no idea. That's an intelligence save, darling.
I am so sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, her name is just as intelligent as the character. So there we go.
You have no idea. You're still slightly reeling in shock that your sword didn't make the thingy scream and burn.
Given that I see this standing right next to them, I try to figure out what's going on, doing an intelligence check. I kind of figure out their apparitions, but I'm trying to figure out, whether or not they can manifest any harm to us.
You don't know.
So they're just there enchanting, they're not attacking or anything?
Nope.
Are they looking at the altar, or are they looking at Ovac particular? I'm walking into the room.
You can't tell.
Well, if I walk around here,
Do their heads
Do
move
they-
at all?
do they move?
They're still looking directly at the altar.
Okay.
Uvak, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Sure. Sure. It really needs to be common sense saves where the DM tells you to not do the stupid thing you were just about to do.
Yeah.
Alright. Your eyes are drawn to the altar. It
Yeah, I was
appears
about to
to
check
have
that
been
out.
cut from grey granite. As you look over it, you see that it has a number of carvings of skeletons lying around. And you see the chains. Now that you're closer, you see that they lie directly above the altar. They end maybe about a foot and a half above the altar. And they end in manacles. In the center of the altar, the stone is stained darkly. These stains run down the side. Roll an intelligence check.
Good at that. Is this Arcana or
No, just a straight
Roll
intelligence.
religion.
Or
no?
there's... Yes, it's what you think it is.
No religion.
No.
Oh, I still have guidance turned on. Let me undo that. So an 8.
You know that something ritualistic is going on here, but you can't quite figure out what's going on.
Trying to figure
how-
out...
How heavy does this altar look, and how securely attached to the floor is it?
It appears to be a very large lump of granite.
I
Okay.
should be able to...
It is probably
jump over
several
there
tons.
as well.
Thoughts just occurred to me.
Mm-hmm.
Would I, since these are possibly dark spirits, would I know some way to exorcise them?
You can try.
Yeah, would it be a religion check to see if I'd know how to?
Yeah.
Zvornik, mind if I pass by?
Feel free.
Okay.
Can't blame you for wanting to move away.
You look around the room. You get close to one of the apparitions, and you realize these are echoes. These are echoes of a ritual that used to take place here.
Would I be
Ovak,
able-
did you describe to your companions what you saw?
Probably not, honestly,
Okay.
because I don't need to narrate the fact that I just found bloodstains.
Thank you.
All right then. Certainly.
that's
So
the-
you realize that these things are echoes of a ritual that took place some time. They will follow precisely the orders of events, but if events do not carry out the way they were supposed to, their apparitions will not react kindly.
Shit, one must die.
Hey.
One must die. One must die. One
Hang on.
must die.
Whoa. I did. It says one must die. I still got that jar blue bottle. Does it have to be a human that's killed?
I don't know.
You don't know.
You got the what now?
A jar. You remember when we put the kids' remains to rest, and
Uh-huh.
Rose told me there was an item that would help, and it was the jar blue bottle.
Okay.
It says one must die. Does it?
Do you want to die the stone?
I'm gonna sacrifice the blue bottle.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Can I walk over to the altar?
I'm gonna take a look while this is being discussed and see if I can notice anything dangerous in the water. That's a large
Okay.
reason why I jumped over here.
Roll me a perception check.
13.
Okay.
I can't stop yawning.
You walk around the altar, and with the light being drawn towards the cultists, the water seems almost brighter now. As you can see, if you squint a little bit, you can now see that although the water is about 1.5 feet deep, there doesn't appear to be anything in it. It just appears to be a fine layer of silt at the bottom.
Okay, look safe. Don't
Okay.
slip.
Right, I'm going to place the jar on the altar. I'm going to use the rat dagger, and I'm going to stab the blue bottle.
That could be a very precise stab.
Oh, you're swinging it down and just let it out and just take a swing.
Yeah, I'm hold. No, I'm just going to try and get it straight through the glass.
Whoa, there.
Stop it.
Reality's warping.
This isn't going to work. It probably isn't going to work, so I might as well fail in style.
All right. So,
3 stories down in an underground pool and there's an earthquake. We're all gonna die.
so I take it you're not even voicing this to your companions.
Yeah, I'm not even voicing it. I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
So,
The fuck is he doing over there?
you stand up to the
I've
altar,
given up.
you reach into your pack, and you pull out the blue bottle in a jar. And you remember Rose's voice in your head to tell you you'd know when to use this. You set it upon the altar,
Do you know when this
and
is
you
the
line
right
up your
time
dagger. You bring the dagger to the edge of the bottle and you realise that's not really going to work. So you turn the dagger down and use the blunt edge of the hilt and you smash it on the glass, ensuring that you crush the blue bottle.
One is dead. Spirits fade.
The room is silent.
That fucking worked!
What the frick was with that bottle?
It was a blue bottle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are leaving.
Are you certain you don't want to meet the master of the house?
I don't think he's here anymore.
I am going to relay the message again. We are leaving.
It is opening the portcullis.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Ez, could you make me a little strength check there?
Good indeed. And that is going to be...
Yeah, okay. You grab on
Dagger.
to the wooden wheel. You realise the handle you've grabbed is rotten and will probably snap if you put any force onto it. So you check another rung and you push that one instead. The portcullis rumbles downward.
While they open the portcullis, I'm just checking the rest of the holding area.
Okay. As you check around the rest of the holding areas, you notice most of them have had scraps of clothes and bones scattered around, but there is one complete skeleton. You notice this skeleton is wearing a very familiar robe, one you had just seen on 13 figures in another room.
Alright. I grab the robe.
As you grab the robe, the skeleton splinters. Something shiny bounces on the ground.
Okay, I take a look at what the shiny that's falling.
It appears to be a golden ring.
Okay, investigate. I want to investigate the ring.
Okay.
Signet ring.
You turn it over in your hand, and it is a plain golden ring. You think you could probably get a fair amount of gold for this.
I pocket the ring.
Okay.
So I now got the robes and the ring.
You do.
Alright.
The robes are rotten and falling apart. You don't think you could realistically wear these, though.
They can always serve as a distraction.
Could. Okay, take decrepit cultist robes. Add them to your
Already got
inventory.
them.
As you head out of the room, the silence of the dungeon is a little bit unnerving. You hear nothing. You feel nothing. The small breeze that once blew through this dungeon is now still. The air suddenly feels very...
Dead.
just feels very heavy and stale around you.
Well, if you'd told me that I was clearing out a nasty haunted cultist lair, I'm not sure I would have picked reenacting ritual sacrifices as the way to do it, but whatever works. Let's get out of here.
Well, let's GTFO.
Okay. You all
Get the
scarper
freak on.
back upstairs.
That too. Yeah. I think we all know where we're headed now.
Yep.
Now, or
I think the more direct way is up this way.
yeah, let's go this way.
So, as you slowly move through the dungeon, it occurs to you now that this house is empty and still. There is nothing left here. The owners are gone.
I think we should probably investigate the place that we were asked to go.
That's where we just were.
Does anyone? I'm just
That's where
going
we
to
were.
No, I mean, after all, why shouldn't we let
one small
the
thing.
cat have a bit of fun?
One small thing. I'm going to run upstairs and grab a helmet off one of the suits of armors, one of the wolf helmets.
Alright.
Okay, I'm just going to go to that one there, swipe it, and then put it on.
They also
Alright.
need to animate statues. Roll initiative.
This is going to be purely cosmetic. It's not going to add to your armor class. So
That's okay. If it just at least makes me think I'm not going to bonk me head on the low ceiling again.
Oh my god, you want a hard hat?
you now have a metal helm with a wolf motif. You can pull down a faceplate that gives you a full snarling wolf face.
I am liking this. It goes with my motif.
Motherfuckers.
I'm raiding the closet now.
This is the closet you raided before. You noticed
No, I didn't raid it. Ez did.
I meant you as
As
a party.
they raided it.
You as
I
a
know.
party.
Yeah, but I didn't check it.
It's the royal we.
See a few dust voids. It looks like something has already been taken here, but you find some traveling cloaks tucked in there.
Okay, yeah. I don't think I need one. I don't need a new one.
Sir Alan, I would like you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving. Yep. 9.
Okay. You glance around this house and you realize it feels different. When you first came in to search for the trapped child and the family, the house felt very oppressive. It felt like it was leaning in over you. That sensation is gone.
Everyone, I think we might have solved the problem.
Yeah. Ez is
Nice.
pointing out that there's still a room that we haven't checked.
If you feel it's necessary, I'll be over here holding the door.
Ez, after you.
Well, it's like, first Elaine was saying that he thinks the house has been cleared out. Ez would probably ask him to elaborate.
I think that when we recreated the sacrifice, it laid to rest whatever creature was here, and since we put the children to rest and the spectre to rest as well, we may have cleansed the house.
So we get to keep the house.
If we find the D to it, yes.
That is true.
Do you want to find the D to it? Maybe it's in the room that you have been pointing out.
What is a deed?
A deed is illegal. It's just a paper that says you own this now.
How to write? I can make a paper.
Yeah, but it's an official. It's signed by someone who rules the area.
Dear,
Oh,
it has
okay,
to
yeah,
be
let's
written
find
by
that.
the guy who
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
owns it.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah,
turn
all
it up.
that.
She'll open the door then.
Alright. You open up the door. Let me scroll all the way back to the very start of the dungeon module.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so.
Sorry about that, Nick.
That's
Oh,
fine.
God, no.
You just explored nothing of the house, so I'm fine. I'm perfectly happy with this. You peer in and what appears to be a kitchen. It's relatively tidy. There's the dishware and cookware and utensils are all neatly placed on shelves around the room. There's a work table on the opposite wall. It has a cutting board and a rolling pin on top of it. There's a stone dome-shaped oven on the eastern wall. It's bent iron
Anyone up for
stovepipe
pizza?
connecting to the ceiling.
Oh,
There's
One up for pizza.
a thin door in the far wall.
That's
There.
the store, probably the storeroom.
Ez is gonna. Yeah, I'll just open the other door as well.
Okay.
While
you open
Ez
it
is
up.
doing that, I'm going up here and I'm
And I use the right tool.
this lovely little door.
Okay, we'll describe Ez first, and then we'll move up to Reister. Ez, you find a fully stocked pantry. You have not seen this amount of food in a long time. There's fresh vegetables. There's preserved meat.
Fresh.
There's fresh fruit.
Fresh.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Ez is literally going to start making, like, you know, the stuff that doesn't look like it's going to rot anytime soon. She's just gonna, you know, try and make some, like, trail rations or something. And then she's like, wait, are we living here now? She's gonna make a sandwich. She's just gonna make a
Sorry, not to-
really
Still working on it.
Not to metagame, but wouldn't it be this is an illusion?
I'm not sure it's necessarily meta
This
to come to the
isn't very
conclusion that this might be bad shit.
Yeah.
Fair
Or
enough.
do you want to own this place? If you do,
Ez does,
It's a place.
or Ez does.
Ez really likes the carvings on the walls.
What are you doing in there?
Angry. You want something other than your sweets?
Has it occurred to you that this couldn't possibly actually be fresh?
Hmm.
I mean, when was the last time that a living person was in here?
Right now, Ez is. Yeah, you know what? Ez is just going to take a small bite of something.
Yippee!
It's a
Alright.
wet
She's
fruit.
gonna. Yeah.
You turn and look slightly to your left, and hanging from a hook on the wall is a chain of preserved sausages. You reach out and grab one and bring it to your mouth, while Zabornik is like, don't you dare, don't! You just slowly bring it to your mouth and take a lovely big bite.
Okay.
You feel the texture of the meat as
you
you
are now
chew,
poisoned.
and you swallow it. You feel it in your stomach. However, there doesn't appear to be any sort of taste to it. It's pretty bland.
What?
Wax.
Am I able to tell the difference between illusory food and real food?
Roll me an intelligence check.
It's wax. It's wax fruits.
Oh, wax sausage in this case.
Or in
This food is real. You get the traces that it was once preserved somehow, but that preservation is now gone. The food in here will now begin to age and decay as normal. However, whatever had been done to it previously seems to have taken most of the taste out of it.
Great.
So is it?
Give me
so
that.
it's tasteless, but does it give the nutritional value? Would she know that?
Yes, it is tasteless, but safe.
Like
That works for her. Yeah, she just goes back to what she was doing. She's going to make some trail rations and some sandwiches and shit.
Okay? Between what you got in there, you could make probably about 10 days worth of rations. Now anyway,
Sweet, fantastic.
moving upstairs.
I
Reister,
should
the
have been
music
right
room.
about this.
you head upstairs and my thing has frozen.
It's the music
There.
room. Yes.
Gossamer
The
drapes
conservatory.
cover the windows of this eloquently appointed hall. There's a brass plate chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men and women and children singing and playing instruments. There's a harpsichord with a bench resting in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp, and alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece.
I play Little Jig on the harpsichord.
Okay. You roll performance check.
Already
you did roll
did.
performance dance. Okay then.
I'm not
You
stupid.
sit on the bench and you rifle along the keys. It sounds quite nice, although the harpsichord is badly out of tune. You make the
To
best
be
of it.
expected. To be expected. Everyone else is probably shocked. Why is there music all of a sudden?
Precisely. Everyone, you hear harpsichord music, which is oddly haunting, coming from upstairs. How do you react?
I'm already partly on the stairs, so I'm going to carry on walking up and go to the door.
Okay. You see your roguish friend tickling the ivories.
And I start singing.
Okay, give me a performance check then.
Yep.
Whether or not we're both terribly out, at least out of the
Ooh,
same.
yeah!
We're both out of key, but both out of the same key.
Despite the odd sour note from the harpsichord, you manage to pick up the tune and belt out a bawdy drinking song.
Oh no, I was going to go for something a bit more stylish.
Oh, what were you thinking of?
You want me to play
Heart and
something?
soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul. I can't remember the lyric. But I doing this.
Alright.
I think Ez has heard you singing.
Yep. Ez has heard you singing and she's now coming upstairs.
Okay, yeah, Ez is gonna come in and she's gonna be looking. Does this? She probably wouldn't have seen an instrument like this before. Really curious. She's just gonna watch Rice to play it for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, how you do that? Try to figure out how to.
You press these things and it makes music. I point out the keys on the keyboard and I press one key and we hear the note played, even though it's terribly out of tune. Need someone who's good at, who has a very, very good ear. Probably, I heard there's a Bob now who's very good at this.
Oh, Sir Reginald Dwight, I've heard of him.
Yes, of course. Who else could I mean?
Difference went right over my head there, but okay. Yeah, she's gonna poke at a couple of the keys before. Are you sat down at the thing?
I was sat down, but I shuffled to the side so she can take a seat as well.
Okay. She's a bit confused. She'll sit down and she's going to try and play her own kind of tune.
This is good. This is going to be very interesting.
In response to all the revelry upstairs, squats down and starts studying the spellbook sheet.
This is
Which
good.
is like
Hanging out downstairs.
Yo,
Ez, you make a god-awful noise.
Not all the keys at the same time. You need to play them.
High pitched, yeah.
You need to play them one after the other. Not put your whole full rum on it.
As is
know, let's-
keyboard cat at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Look, there's probably a bard who can teach you how to play the harpsichord when all of this is done.
Because I'm going to have a crack at playing it as well.
Away and let somebody else.
Yeah, I'll have a crack at playing it.
Everybody's playing the harpsichord now.
Alright then, before we go any further, Uvak and Siegbald, you hear what sounds like your companions just slowly losing their minds. They've been so stressed for so long, they're just having fun upstairs. What do you do?
Ovak just starts to squat next to the door and get out the spellbook that she recovered earlier and start studying it right there.
I shout into the stairwell, guys, come up here. We're having a little bit of leeway before we get out back into the Terra, that is.
I'm so glad
This
you
place-
lifted the curse in the house before you started poking this fucking harpsichord.
Oh my god, same. Holy shit.
I don't care that the curse feels like it's been lifted. I'm still treating this whole thing like an armed bomb.
Yep. This place is still fucked. And you guys are playing around.
Hey, you guys, could you give me a moment in there?
Oh god.
Seriously?
Thank you.
Ez has a flute.
And I'm going to.
Oh,
You just slam your big fingered hands on the keyboard and make a horrible noise, where Ez sounds like she's throttling a small creature.
I would like to sing a jaunty little tune to this that goes as following.
Shave and a haircut. Let's leave.
There's
I-
this door
I
up
just-
here
I just
that I
gonna
want to check.
I'm gonna hop
Oh.
back on quickly and just to do the just for the hell of it now. If it's
Bedroom.
we gotta get out of this place.
Okay, in this room, it's unlike the rest of the rooms on this floor, it's relatively undecorated. There's a pair of beds with cheap-looking straw-stuffed mattresses, and at the end of the bed, at each bed, is a footlocker.
I wouldn't be surprised if these were the usual kid bedroom. I checked the footlockers.
Oh, it's also where
Okay.
the dumbwaiter is.
Oh, excuse me. You open up the footlocker and you find what appears to be a spare set of shoes.
Probably kid
They are
size.
adult size.
Servants' quarters, possibly.
Yes. This footlocker.
Inside, you find a tattered dress.
Okay, that's the nannies. And now I brace myself and open this door because I expect a skeleton to fall out.
As you open this door, you find it is stocked with immaculately pressed servants' uniforms.
Nailed it.
Right. I investigate the uniforms. They're probably... whether or not they're very tattered.
They don't appear to be tattered, however, they are moth-eaten and some of the stitching appears to have fallen loose.
Is one of them a maid's outfit?
Yes.
As?
I knew exactly what was
He's
going
getting
to
weird.
happen.
I would love to see Ovak's reaction if you tried to hand that to her.
As-
Oh god,
as
yeah.
if you want to check
I'm
out the
gonna-
threads in there, have a go.
okay. As will lean forward and she'll take a look at the servant stuff and she'll pick out one of the male suit. It looks good.
I'm
Okay.
gonna grab the maid outfit. I'm gonna give it to Ovak.
Not what I expected in choices, but okay. I mean, you have a refined choice, refined taste in clothing.
Hey, no.
You
Pardon?
guys, yeah, I want you to know. When I started this journey, I felt really old. But being around you, right here, right now,
You feel
makes me
really...
feel so much older.
Alright, let's get on cracking.
Okay, I'm gonna head down. Head downstairs.
Yeah, we all head downstairs.
I go straight to Ovak. Oh, Ovak, I got a little present for you. I present her with the maid outfit, extremely. I felt this could really compliment you.
Okay, now, Ovak, to give you context to this outfit was made for a rather diminutive human. So if you were to put this on, it would reach barely down your thighs.
We'll find a seamstress, no problem.
I never thought when I got involved in this I'd ever get to try to dress an orc up in a very small maid outfit.
Well,
So, Sir Alan is now holding this thing out to you. What do you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. I think she like looks at it kind of dumbfounded for a second, and looks at Sir Alan and says, "Is this supposed to? Is this a joke? Are you trying to be funny?"
I would just go, it depends on the reaction of everyone else, really, isn't it?
You tell him, girl.
Siegbald, how do you react to this?
I'm not.
I wish I had brought popcorn.
you
I think it
already
would
have
look
your
better on you, Sir Alan. You keep it.
Okay,
you
I'm sure.
already have your salty crisps, or whatever you cast when you make your quarterstaff Irish.
I'm going to leave the maid outfit behind. I brought it just to have a bit of a laugh.
You just
Go,
drop it in a pile in the hall
Yeah.
then.
go. Oh well.
Yeah, nah, that's not something that she seems to take in great humor. Unfortunately.
Well,
Okay.
Tessa will actually take a side eye at the thing, and as soon as everyone's attention's moved away, she'll carefully try to pick up the dress without anyone noticing.
Zabornik attacks the dress.
Yeah, sorry, mistake that.
Thankfully, I think dresses have damage reduction versus bludgeoning. I mean,
Bludgeoning, it may be a bit.
Well, if you don't aim for your legs.
It's hard to rip fabric with a club.
yeah,
That's the question.
I think the dress has an armor class of 9.
I just had a thought.
9. This does not work as armor.
Just thinking you're trying to get a full-blooded orc to put on a French maid outfit.
no, she's only half orc, and I mean,
I'm just-
my reaction might have been different. If it was
we
actually
haven't
her
checked the
side.
feather feather duster yet.
I just had a thought. Could mimic mimic clothing?
Sorry, what?
Could a mimic disguise itself as clothing?
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh god, I've not just rumbled something, have I?
I don't really think
Oh
it
my
would
God.
work this way. So yeah, we're getting out of here.
Well, let's see if this door opens.
You put your hand on the door, and it swings
Where
open.
is he ever on?
You
Let's
get
Find this guy to
just get a big breath of fresh air as you step out into the morning light of the village of Barovia. As you all step outside, the door slams shut behind you. As you look back at the house, you hear a horrendous crunching and cracking noise as the house folds in on itself and disappears.
Alright, we don't
You
have
should
that
all be
house.
so happy I didn't leave you. Because trust me, I was tempted to.
Oh, my singing
Hopefully,
wasn't
they would have waited until everybody left before doing that.
Yeah, but tasty people.
Yeah.
Where the house once was is now a patch of disturbed earth.
Okay.
Nice.
If this is true for every house
It's
here,
really
then
big cool underneath it.
well, this will be interesting for any new land developments.
Yeah, I don't know how that affects the property value here.
Yeah, probably the vampire is not doing too good.
I'm just wondering, teleporting houses, are they a thing? Like a sort of like a TARDIS equivalent, like you got the house. Basically, were we just in like a vampire's TARDIS?
Barrier isn't that common.
There
you
are
get a wizard
spells
high
that allow
enough.
you to do that, yes.
I didn't
You get a
hear
wizard
it
high enough
going
and most anything can happen.
warp.
Oh yeah.
No, what I mean is, I can't remember what it was. It was in
Dracula?
Mordekainen.
it's a no, it's a a story where it's this shop that only appears when you need it and then disappears after you're done with
Yes,
it?
isn't that from the Discworld?
Yep.
Yeah, it's more of a
Discworld,
Discworld. Yeah.
So, level 3, everyone.
Yes, as you leave the house and you take the breath airs, you feel a lot stronger for your experience. The party
Alright.
is
My
now
hit die
level
again.
3.
8.
I roll 1d8 for this.
1d8 plus. I
As-
can't.
Yous all step out into the morning light. You blink blearily in the
2d8.
daylight. Reister, you are
Yes?
fucking blind.
Is Reister still wearing the goggles?
I'm not wearing the goggles.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
just-
wasn't.
No, I'm wearing the goggles.
okay.
or whoever was wearing the goggles there. You can't see shit right now.
I'm going to take her off quickly.
There you go. Now you can see.
I'm going to scoot them up under where the visor of the helmet is, so I can just flip them down when I need them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. So then, you step out into the early dawn. The mists are curling slowly around you, and you can see further beyond the streets. But to explore this village further, you'll have to wait until next week. We will end the session there.
All right.
So then, usual questions. Play of the game.
I mean, Ulva kind of
We didn't really
solved
do
the
that
whole
much.
fucking thing.
Kind of did what now?
You kind of solved the whole fucking thing.
Really, that was Sir Alan was the one that figured shit out.
I'ma smash
So.
it.
With my, I'm just gonna
Smash.
use my rat dagger so you can see what it's being renamed by me.
Go on.
So
The squeak shanker. I love it.
one of the best things about play of the games is when you get those that are just long clips of nothing happening. And I'm just imagining that in this case, where you just have Sir Alan standing around, then looking like he has an idea, smashing a bug or a jellyfish, and that's all that happens.
Just
Okay,
him
so
rummaging
that's
through his
not-
bag.
I'm calling it the ease maneuver. Smash it with that.
Fumble of the game.
Double natural ones.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a spooky one. Oh
Okay.
shit, I'm gonna do all my spells for. Oh god.
Miss Action Surgeon to miss was pretty disappointing. Still haven't crit this whole game.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I would nominate myself again, but
Spells.
that was down to more bad luck, I think, this week with a ghoul nibbled on my ankle. So I'm not going to nominate myself.
Oh yeah, no, that's honestly that one.
But I did save Rice Star with it though.
You
did.
did.
Yeah.
Alright then. So, I think we'll leave that session there. So, thank you for watching. Join us again next week for the continuation when they're let loose into this poor unsuspecting village. So it's going to be a good night from me. Going down the list, we have good night from Creature.
Good night.
Good night from Dirk Hork.
Guten Nighten.
Good night from Dennis.
Night.
A good night from Eat the Path.
Good night.
A good night from... I've lost my list. Matt.
Good night.
And lastly, Sephi Senpai. And I'm going to leave you guys with this delightful image drawn by our dear friend Dennis.
Aw.
And I just love the expression that's on Uvok's face. She's like so
Oh my
done
god,
with
there's
this
so many
shit.
spells. Fuck.
And Ez just looks absolutely crazy.
I forgot to open
You
stream
don't know
chat
what
this
you've done.
time.
That can be the YouTube thumbnail for this one.
Yeah, so there.
You don't know what you've done.
We'll leave that fantastic art of the team. So, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.